guys, I got tagged by Patrice from MadeupMama. I will link her channel somewhere around here so you guys can check her channel out. But I got tagged to do the Eyeshadow Junkie Tag videos, so that's what today's video is. So if you would like to see my favorite picks for eyeshadows, then please keep watching. One is favorite drugstore line of eyeshadows. I'm not really sure if I can pick Makeup Geek, because if I can, I would do that, because those are my favorites and they're about $6 a piece. But if I had to pick something from the actual drugstore, like you can actually go there and get it, it's probably going to be the NYX eyeshadows, just because they're so affordable and they go on sale all the time. They have a ton of different colors, so I guess I would pick those. I don't necessarily like reach for them all the time. If I was gonna do a full drugstore look, it would probably involve some sort of NYX eyeshadow. But if I had to pick just like a drugstore price range, it would definitely be the Makeup Geek eyeshadows. They are hands down like my favorite line of eyeshadows in that price range, just because they have so many different colors and I love the pigmentation and the way they blend out and whatnot. So if it's drugstore price, it would be Makeup Geek. Actually, at the drugstore, it's gonna be NYX. Favorite eyeshadow primers. I don't use primers every day. Sometimes I just use concealer to do that with. But if I had to actually pick an eyeshadow primer, it would be the ones from Urban Decay. This is the anti-aging one. The original one's good too. I also like Sin and Eden and pretty much all of them. I think I have all of them except for Enigma, which is the newest one. But I also like the Too Faced Glitter Glue for glitter, and if I was gonna pick like a base, it would definitely be the NYX white eyeshadow base. Sometimes I guess I use this as a primer, but I love white eyeshadow bases, so those would be my favorite primers. Number 3 is my first ever eyeshadow purchase, and do I still use it? The first ever eyeshadows that I ever used were my mom's, and they were from Mary Kay, so I don't have any of those. Some of the first makeup that I actually purchased myself was, I don't know if you guys know this, but Jane Cosmetics used to be Jane Cosmetics before they're Jane Cosmetics now. They used to be really popular a long time ago. I have a new one. This is their new packaging, and this is their old packaging. It looks just like the NYX round ones, but they used to be Eyezings, and they had like 70 different colors or whatnot. This is one of them that's full. This one's called Hip Bone. I still have it. I don't use it anymore, obviously, because it's really old, but I still hang on to them. I don't know. I just loved them, and it was the first like eyeshadow brand, like makeup brand that I really got behind, and I seriously would spend my allowance at Venture on anything that had Jane written on it, and I had like every single eyeshadow color that they carried at the Venture by my house when I was little. This is how long ago it was. Anyway, so those were the first eyeshadows that I really got into and I used all the time, and I absolutely like was a die-hard Jane fanatic. I always have a special place in my heart for them. The best drugstore eyeshadow dupe. I don't have a lot of drugstore eyeshadows anymore, but Makeup Geek has a lot of dupes for MAC eyeshadows, and I think NYX makes a lot of dupes for Urban Decay eyeshadows, especially some of their neutrals, and the NYX hot colors match a lot of colors in the Eldridge palette. So those would be my choice for trying to find dupes for higher end products. Number 5 is the most underrated eyeshadows. That includes singles or palettes. I really like the Mehron Intense Pigments. I have 3 of them. This one's Graphite, this one is Red Earth, and this one is Fire Island. Oh, here's some swatches for you if you want to see them. Anyway, I just think they're really pigmented, and I think they blend out really nice. I tend to use these more when I'm face painting and whatnot, but I really do like them. These also come in palettes. There's 3 different palettes, I think. These are like $9 a piece, I think. 9? 10? Something like that. So they are a little bit higher price, but you get pretty big pans. I think these are the same size pans as the SugarPill ones. But yeah, like I said, they're pretty pigmented. They blend out really nice. You get a lot of product, so I guess these would be my most underrated. Number 6 is my favorite single shadow, and this is by far SugarPill's Tako. This is what we do every time I have to say this. the white one. This one is my absolute favorite eyeshadow ever. I have a sweet spot for white eyeshadow, just like the Jane one from earlier. It's white as well. I love white eyeshadow. My skin is so fair that cream eyeshadow just blends into my skin tone. So if I need a matte highlight, cream eyeshadow just isn't gonna cut it. I just have to go straight in with white. But I'll put this all over my lid and then put in like a neutral crease color. I use it as an inner corner highlight. I highlight my brow bone with it. Yeah, I just love this color and I use it pretty much every time I do my makeup, and I will never be without it. Favorite cream shadow? I don't have any actual cream eyeshadows, and I'm not really sure if they're talking about cream colored eyeshadow. Anyway, my favorite eyeshadow in not a powder form is this one, and this is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Sin. This is the original Sin. The newer one is called Minor Sin, and I have not tried that one yet, but this is my favorite eyeshadow to just slap all over my lid and then put mascara on and leave the house because it is gorgeous and it's metallic and it's just so pretty, and it just leaves this iridescence on your lid and it doesn't crease and it doesn't go anywhere, and that is my favorite cream eyeshadow of all time. I wish they would bring back the original Sin one too. Number 8 is my favorite neutral eyeshadow, and that would be Makeup Geek's Barcelona Beach. It's just the perfect crease shade for my skin tone. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, it's the perfect crease color for my skin tone. So that's why it's my favorite, and it's matte, and it's Makeup Geek, so it's $6. So yeah, you can also use this to contour with too, but I don't, but you can. I have before, but anyway, this is my favorite neutral eyeshadow. Number 9 is my favorite colored eyeshadow, and that should be of no surprise to anybody who's seen any more than maybe 4 of my videos, but that is Milk Cosmetics Lovesick. I love red eyeshadow, and this one is by far the absolute favorite that I have. You can build it up to like this crazy deep brick red, or if you want, you can just put it on really soft and then blend it out, and you get like this super nice pink color that reminds me a lot of Makeup Geek's Cupcake. So yeah, I think it's way more versatile than what you would think at first glance, especially if you enjoy pinks and reds. I think it's just really wearable, and it's not too like in your face, but it's still in your face enough. So that is my favorite colored eyeshadow. And finally is the best eyeshadow palette ever. I'm gonna have to go with the Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca Remix palette, just because look at all of the colors. It's got neutrals and colors, so if you're into colors like me, you're gonna love this palette. I feel kind of bad for bringing this one up because you can't get it anymore. I was really kind of hoping maybe they'd bring it back and make it permanent, at least maybe like on her website or Sephora only, something like that, so you can still get it because these shadows are awesome. My most used palette though that I've had for a while that I just keep going back to over and over and over again is the Naked 3 palette, but like I said previously, I'm really into pinks and purples and those and reds, those kind of shadows. So obviously the Naked 3 is going to be my choice as far as the Naked palettes go. But yeah, this Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca Remix palette is like the most well-rounded palette as far as like neutrals and colors and quality and the amount of stuff you get and the amount of colors you get versus the amount of money that it costs to buy it. Like, it was just like the best palette ever. The only thing I don't really love about it is the size of it. I understand that maybe she wanted to make it look like a record or a color wheel or, you know, whatever that is, and that's like totally cool. I just wish it was maybe lined up like in a row, like the Shade and Light eye contour palettes, or maybe like a double version of those with not so much space in between them, because you really can't travel with it. So that's the only thing I don't like about it. But I don't really travel, so it's not really a problem. But just thinking about other people, I can see why that may be an issue. Alright, so anyway, but that is my picks for the Eyeshadow Junkie Tag. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed already. I just rolled over 500 subscribers, so yay! Thank you all for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.